What's up everyone? And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do some arena and then we'll do some summons after. So arena is obviously vitally important in the game. I'm currently challenger in the bracket 4, and in the new season I'll push to the higher ranks as well. We're just going to go over arena like we do for Guild Wars, so we always want to try and identify our threats, identify what the team is trying to do, and then how we could counter it. So my arena team is tuned for the speed meta, so I go fast, so I'm typically against other fast teams as well, but here we've got a little bit of a mix, so it'll be interesting. We're just going to do these 3 fights and then we'll do some summons after. Won't make it too long. So this team right here, we'll just go into it right now. So it's a Vildred, Diane, Shuri, Bellona. So obviously they've got 2 combat readiness boosters. So we can expect Shuri or Bellona to be the fastest, and then Diane, and then Vildred. So there'll be little gaps, so they'll be quite nicely synced. All of these units could easily run at 200 speed, and they'd be perfectly happy. So my units also are quite fast, except for the Carmine, but I do have the Shadow Rose to bridge the gap there because it's pushing back. If she didn't push back, it would be a much worse team, right? Because my sync would be out of tune. So we're just going to use this team right now because Carmine is good against the 2 fire. Rather the 2 forest units, and Sid will come in and he's also obviously neutral against those 2, and Shuri shouldn't be killing Sid first. So the key here is to win the war. If we don't win the war, we could just die, right? Like that's just how it can totally be. So we don't win the war, and look, they're nicely synced. The Vildred is a little bit spaced, but because the Bellona's going to go, she's going to push them up. So this could be a total loss. So this is just how it goes, right, in Challenger. So we're not going to be too worried here, so we just lose the war. That's basically how it works. She's going to armor break Vildred. So because that gap wasn't as good, I might have a chance to come back here. So if Vildred was synced maybe about 5 speed more, they'd have a chance, but I managed to cut. So this is the fear of not having a perfectly synced team, so that's going to push everyone back. So I'm going to get a chance to move, so I have to go on Vildred here. Obviously he's the only one that hasn't moved yet, and their Diane is not in any position to cut me, so this might not kill, but we do know that Carmine will definitely follow up. We would like to get a kill here. So we do get a kill here, which is nice, with a Sid, which means that we can get extra damage on the Bellona. Just so happens that this Bellona isn't 60, which doesn't affect its speed, but it's definitely going to affect its maximum health. So we've come up here. We know that we don't need to do any armor breaks or strips because Bellona's going to go and do the cleanse, so she's going to cleanse our armor break. So we want to save our 2-turn armor break. This is little edges. And then Shuri's the only possibility that they could ever win here. So we've got another strip. So my team is containing the Shadow Rose. Obviously her opener is to push everyone back for the enemy team and push my team up and bridge my gaps in my speed sinks. Sid, who is over 200 speed, so he's already pretty synced. Flurry, who is also incredibly closely synced to Shadow Rose. Now we can do the armor break, and Flurry can come in. Hopefully we get a utility attack just to finish it up, or a proc just to get our cooldowns up more. So we're going to use our ulti here. We might as well. Yep, we might as well. So he's going to kill and go into stealth. All good. That's the beauty of having Wind Rider with Sid for arena, and that's the main reason that I want him to have Wind Rider. So his next follow-up is always going to be stronger. So now it's just a slow burn down on the Diane. She's not going to be able to win, of course. And that one went well. So we actually lost the initial speed war, but because his sync was just out by about, I would say honestly, 5 speed, I managed to cut. And because I have the Shadow Rose that is bridging the gap, which is the big advantage over, say, a Bellona, who's providing AoE armor break but not bridging any gaps. Okay, so if you're not 20%, so she bridges it by 20%, she buffs you by 20%, that means that your slowest unit can only be 20% slower than your fastest unit. That's how you would do that to make it work. And if I didn't cut, he would have won 100%. Would have won 100%. So we got the cut there and the win. So that's just an example of speed syncing being extremely important, and we just bump up the bracket just as you do. And this is why it's so important, more so for free-to-play players. So even I hadn't gone into Challenger 3, extra 300 Sky Shards, thank you very much. So we go on to our next one here. Kind of the same deal. We can expect this time, instead of the Shuri, they've got the Kais, right? So the Kais we can expect to be the fastest unit here. We can run with the same team. So this is kind of what we call a triple threat, because Bellona is still a threat if she moves twice, because she's doing a lot of AoEs and she can definitely clean up. So if we win the speed war, we want to go on Kais. If we lose, probably their bridge between the Lorena is not fast enough. So we win the speed war, so we want to go on the Kaiser. She's also typically not built too tanky, so Sid might be able to kill, meaning we get Carmine for the Lorena pushback. So we got the armor break, which is probably the most important here because we want to one-shot her. Or rather, if we don't one-shot her with Sid, we will kill her with Carmine on the follow-up. So she was the fastest. As we can see, she's not super tanky, so maybe a 10k. So if we crit and get about a 10k, we'll kill her. So we have crit. Hit an 8k, but fine. And then the Bologna would be... So this is interesting, right? So the Bologna is not 60, so we know at lower health, but definitely Lorena is the danger. So we probably want to go on the Lorena, and we luckily get a utility attack, and anyway, we know that we're going to kill right now. So we've taken out 2 there. That is a case of just winning the speed war, picking our right targets, and everything going into place. That's basically how we want all of our attacks to be, essentially. So of course the Bologna will probably definitely go, and AoE armor break, but she's not going to kill me now. I don't think there's any possibility where she could go off really crazy and somehow kill me, especially not at 60, which is reducing her max just a little bit. So it'll be a little bit of a slow burn down, but that's okay. Maybe not even that slow, to be honest. So we're just running double threat, 1 CCR, which you could say is Flurry with the provoke, and obviously the turn manipulation. And of course the turn manipulation on Shadow Rose. We've got a couple of strips in there. That's definitely a bonus to have, especially against all these Dianes that we run into. Now we're still going to do this. We just want to get her down as quick as possible. We could have waited for an armor break, but it's totally fine. She's going to drop eventually anyway. So an armor break here would be nice. Nope, no problem though. A proc and an armor break maybe? Nope. Always comes down to burning the Diane last. Obviously we don't need to worry about... There's never really a reason to focus her first. Like to say, oh, let's stop her from getting buffs on, because dead units, it doesn't matter if she's buffed. So hopefully we get the armor break here and be able to finish her up with Sid. Or utility attack. That'll do. That'll do. So that is an example of losing a speed race but winning because we have better syncs. Winning a speed race and then just winning because. And now let's see how we do this one. So this one we know we're essentially going to be faster, right? The Flurry could be crazy. Angelica's going to be fast. But we do have strips. We have 3 strips on our team with Shadow Rose S2, Flurry obviously with her S3, and Carmine with her S3. So the goal here would be to kill Axe God. Presumably Axe God is maybe on 11 to 12k health, and he's probably got life still set on him. So he is definitely dangerous, and obviously that Assassin Archer is going to make things annoying. So a lot comes down to my armor break. So their Flurry was fast, but it doesn't matter because it's not as fast as my Shadow Rose. So it just means that my fastest unit will be synced up because the speed is within range. So a lot comes down to this armor break right now. If we get it, we should be able to kill this guy with probably both Sid and Carmine, and then we have to burn the Assassin Archer. So we do get it. So unless he's built a glass cannon, this might not kill. Like, we expect it not to kill, basically. This is how much we expected him to go on, which means Carmine comes in for the finish, and we make it instantly a 4v3. So that's what we wanted now. So obviously Assassin Archer is still dangerous, and we want to worry about that. But we should be able to win with a 4v3 here. We have to see. Obviously, they could go crazy with their procs, utility attacks. They're still going to do a lot of damage. They're going to have immunities. So Assassin Archer is really the next threat for me. And we want to try and take him out. Obviously, hitting him is going to boost his attack, so maybe we don't want to do it until we can strip him. That's probably a better idea. So let's try and work on probably the Flurry. She's probably going to have slightly less health. And hopefully Carmine is going to be targeted only by Assassin Archer. But yeah, so now it's a 3v3. So she stuns on her S1. How is that possible? Or does she have that Shimada staff? So this is an example of where, because I don't have an AoE clear up, a lot can come down to procs now. So if I get some good procs and defense breaks, we're still in this. If Sid dies, we're in trouble. And obviously Flurry's on Sid. And we've got to manage, or at least we've got to pay attention to the enemy Flurry's procs as well. So he's going to go on Sid. So we're close. So this is going to be dangerous. We do have the provoke now. And unless we get stunned again, which would be really weird from Angelica. Okay, so if this goes on my Sid, this could be in trouble. we've got to resist the provoke. Okay, we resist the provoke. So we're going to try and go kind of like semi-all in here. We're going to burn this at least. Obviously, we don't expect to kill, but we do want to try and do as much damage as possible. So this is, again, the danger of my team. So we are going to push back because we want to just try and get up there with moves. If we can get the Assassin Archer down, obviously it changes everything. So again, we still understand that it's hitting him, but we want to take the utility attack possibility. Especially with the Shadow Rose, who has the extra. So not too bad. We want to go again on him. Another utility attack would have been really good. So we could try and risk a utility attack on the S1, or just try and go for the multiplier. This probably doesn't kill, but maybe it gets him low enough that they can't heal up enough that I can kill him and bring it to a 2v2 and a bit more of an advantage. So he gets a utility attack. As long as he doesn't proc here. Okay, now we have to try and get the kill. So a proc would be perfect for me. They might get a... Okay, so proc's perfect for me, but their flurry might also have their S3 now. But this is stopping the stun, because the stun's up now for the Assassin Archer, which is important. Okay, it doesn't stop the stun because it doesn't get the provoke. So there's a stun, so we got to try and resist the stun. Can't do that, resist the armor break. I don't think we'll get the kill here. And then they're going to probably keep going. And then what we'll do right now is we would yield. We'll yield because we just don't want to waste our time. And on Sundays, that's more important when we're pushing and trying to hold our rank and stay in our bracket. But that's fine. So that's an example of how my team, because it doesn't have to clear up, if they can just tank outside of my first kill and switch the 2v1, because I've got weak, or rather the 3v4, and turn it in on me, then they win. But all good, we learn, right? We would just go up that team with maybe some AoE sweepers or more sustain. We would bring some healers ourselves. So let's go, we've got a couple of summons here. We're going to just keep going for Luna. That's fine, don't mind Lunas. And then we've got one Mystic Summon after. So we're going to skip through these as always and hope we get some good luck. But no problems there. Curse Compass to kick us off. Artifact, okay. Going through, definitely not as big Iggy Azalea as our other summoning videos, but we can't always just keep dropping 100 summons at one go, but that's fine. Daydream Joker, so it's Artifact Day again, okay. Maybe it wants to give us an Ubrious Tooth. That would be nice, wouldn't it? An Atlas Portal. Keep going through. A Butterfly Mandolin, okay. Yeah, it's definitely Atlas Artifact Day. Grail of Blood. Very nice. Come on. Any lightning? Any lightning for Dan. Terranor Guard, always good. If you want to use him for your Wyvern 11s, definitely do not overlook him. If you're in a pinch, Kiris. Poison Queen again. The Abyss Clearer, if you're struggling on Abyss, level a Kiris. Jenna, just fodder her. Don't know what she does. Oh, hello, hello. Ooh, have we got it? Have we got it? Is that really it? Wow! In less than 10 summons, we just bagged a Luna. Thank you very much. That is going to be a huge game changer for me. That's my first Luna because this is my account. Obviously, we've seen me summon some Lunas, but on my account, thank you very much. So she's just huge. Again, this ability right here, making sure you get all of the... you just get the elemental advantage, right? That's the main goal. Just absolutely insane unit, gonna clear up, like make my Wyvern 11s way faster, just absolutely fantastic. So let's just keep going in the Luna lane, like why the hell not, like why not? Let's just keep going in the Luna lane. Wow, awesome, definitely didn't expect it, Forest Totem. I was gonna pull for her, so we would have seen another big summon video out of me, but awesome, maybe I don't need to do that now, maybe we can save it for later. Maybe we can do a giveaway, maybe instead of summoning for Luna, I can do a giveaway for you guys, that's what I think I might want to do there. Instead, so stay tuned for that. So that's Enot. So let's the table's hot, as they say. Let's see if we can strike while we're going here. So we've already pulled a Luna. We're just gonna let this hold. Absolutely, it's super happy we are here. We don't get any lightning here, but no problem here. What Mystic Summon is it gonna gift me? Ah, this little Mirsa. Okay, so absolutely awesome. Didn't expect the Luna. Pulled the Luna out of the bag. Oh, let's do this Covenant summon, because why not? Pulled the Luna out of the bag. Did some arena. Chatted about some arena. We're going to do some more arena. When the new season starts, we're actually going to push to Legend. That's going to be a little series we're going to do. So keep me tuned on how many kind of arena fights is good, and because we don't want to have 30-minute arena videos. That's not too fun. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Peace.